All right, y'all, we are at 8 o'clock Eastern on the dot, so we are going to get started. I want to be respectful of your time. As people are jumping on here, why don't you drop in the chat? There's a chat feature. If you're new to Zoom, go ahead and find that chat box and let us know where you're plugging in from. I think I know we've got the entire United States covered from each corner of the United States, but I'm sure that there are people from other countries on here as well. All right, we got Spokane, we got Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, Minnesota. This call is also being translated.
También está siendo traducido por Marta.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully that, okay, I see Marta on here. Y'all could just hear her in Spanish. She is amazing, and she is translating this call in Spanish for us. So thank you, Marta. Welcome. I'm super excited to be here. I am Rebecca McCarthy, also known as Coach Becca here in this community, and I am plugging in from Guilford, New Hampshire, a small town up in a small state in the corner of the United States. I am a boy mom of two. I have an almost 16-year-old and a 4-month-old. I have an amazing husband who I've been married to for almost 2 years now. We're coming up on our 2-year anniversary. And I am just super, super excited to be here and share with you some conversation that has completely changed my life. So my background is in fitness and nutrition. I had a personal training business for 7 years, and that's what I did full time, as well as sports nutrition certification. And so this conversation is really, really powerful, and it really spoke loudly to me when it was first introduced to me. So if you are jumping on, I would love to see your faces. I see Liz showing her face in the camera. Hey, Liz, if you could turn your camera on, there's a little video spot. If you're in a position to turn that camera on, I love to feed off of your energy. I like to feel like I'm in the room with you and I can talk to each of you. So turn your cameras on for me. We're going to have some fun here tonight. Are you guys ready for some fun? Drop a 1 in the chat if you are ready to have some fun. Awesome. I've been prepping for this all day. I've been like, I get to hang out with my people. So here we are. So if you are new and this is your first time ever hearing about ketones, drop new in the chat. I want to know who I'm talking to. We've got some guests in the room. I know there's some new people. All right, Chrissy and Rich, they're new. Awesome. You can drop new in that chat if you're brand new. So we're going to have a conversation about these pretty little packets right here. That is a powerful technology that is just sweeping the globe right now. These are exogenous ketones. And so I was introduced to these 5 years ago now. And like I told you, my background's in fitness and nutrition. And when I was first introduced to these, I was the skeptic. I was the one that said, there's no way that that does what you're saying it can do. Because somebody told me if you poured this little packet of powder into water, shook it up and drank it, that you could be in a state of ketosis in 59 minutes or less. And with my background and all of the dieting and the training and fitness that I had done, I knew that in order to get into ketosis, there was only 2 ways to do it. One was to stay within under 20 grams of carbs a day or to do extended fasting. And I had done that in the past and it was miserable. It was so hard. I was cranky. People around me they knew to stay away from me when I was trying to get into ketosis for my fitness competitions. And so when they told me that all I had to drink was this powder, I was like, no way, there's no way. So if you're like me and you're a skeptic, awesome, you're in the right place. Stay here and listen to this information. So I was introduced to it and I said, there's no way that that could work. And then I watched somebody else drink these for 8 months. and their life completely changed. They weren't doing any crazy dieting. They weren't exercising like I was like crazy. And what ended up happening was they dropped a bunch of fat. Their attitude and their mood was better. They lit up when they were in a room, right? They walked into the room and they lit up. They were traveling the country. Everything about them had changed. And so I knew I needed to learn a little bit more about these packets. So what these are is pure therapeutic ketones. It's just a powder that you pour into water. There's different flavors here. This is a strawberry flavor, a berry blue flavor, a raspberry lemonade flavor, and they all taste amazing. And like I said, within 59 minutes or less, you're put into a state of ketosis. What does that mean? It means that you get better mood, energy, focus, mental clarity. It helps to curb your appetite and your cravings. It helps to give you better, deeper sleep. It gives muscle protection and preservation. So this is actually a fuel source for your brain. Your brain runs on two different types of fuel sources, glucose and ketones. And so before these were introduced to the market, like I said, there were only two ways to get that fuel source to your brain, and they weren't easy, right? Going an extended amount of time with no food, or staying within a really limited low carb diet. And so now we have a hack. We have broken the system with these products that have been on the market for almost 8 years now, 8 years. And so we have a hack to help people experience better health, better mood, experience fat loss, and it's super simple and super easy. So I'm super excited because we're here tonight to hear from some really amazing people in our community who are part of the healthcare system. So if you are on this call and you work within healthcare, why don't you drop in the chat what your title is, what you do, and how long you have been doing it for. We're going to hear from some amazing people. We're going to hear from some nurses, a nurse practitioner. We're going to hear from a chiropractor, and they're going to share with us a little bit about how these products have been impacting their life as well as the people around them. So we've got nurses in the house. I love it. A cardiac RN, emergency medicine. Love it. Police officer when you started. That's great. Home health care nurse, registered nurse. So a little fun fact about me is that I was in the healthcare profession for a handful of years after I had my first son. And I loved it because it gave me the opportunity to learn that I had a passion for helping people. However, I felt like I was always overworked, underpaid, and we were always understaffed. And so I'm super, super grateful for that experience. And I'm even more grateful for the experience to be here sharing this conversation with you because I still get to help people. So the first person that we're going to hear from tonight is a good friend who has been drinking these for a while now. And I've heard his story, but it always blows my mind every single time. And he is on this call and we get to celebrate with him a major accomplishment that he shared with me today. So I'd like to introduce to you our friend Jason. Jason, if you could unmute and share with us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your story.
Hey, thanks, Becca. Glad to be here. So let's see, my Prove It journey. Well, a little bit about me. I'm an emergency room nurse practitioner. I work 24-hour shifts, 2 shifts a week, every Monday and Wednesday, and dabble a little bit in urgent care. Been drinking ketones for just about 3 years now. And right around when I started drinking ketones, you know, it was that dreaded C word was hitting everybody. And we were just getting slaughtered, you know, staffing issues like you talk about, and everybody getting sick and nobody wanted to come to work. Anyway, I needed something to get me through my shifts, and I've been following Nick Martinez, the Keto Dad, for quite a while. He's a pilot, and I have an affinity to aviation, so I was, you know, attracted to Nick, and tried ketones out, and my life has not been the same since. the mental clarity, focus, energy, it's outstanding. It's the only way I can get through a 24-hour shift anymore. When I started drinking ketones, I was weighing 385 pounds. Kind of emotional about this. It's not a whole lot of exercise. The ketones have helped me stay away from the pizza and donuts and crap that we have in the emergency room. Got on the scale this morning and I was 299 pounds. Broke that 300-pound mark. It's been a lifelong goal. So I'm going to keep going. It's been great. And for people who haven't tried these, they're a game changer, totally a game changer. And I have not been strict keto at all. I've been doing some intermittent fasting. I tend to do like a 18-6 or a 16-8 fast most days of the week. And basically I cut out breakfast, drink lots of water, drink my ketones, and here we are.
Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Jason. I love it. Show him some love in the chat, you guys. Congratulations. That's amazing. I got goosebumps all over me. You guys heard it from him. It was super simple, right? He said he wasn't doing any crazy exercise, wasn't doing any crazy diet, and he's seeing amazing results. So I want to remind everyone that this is not a weight loss product. However, because it is a better fuel for your brain, you start to make better choices, right? You start to choose things that are better for you when you're choosing food. You start to choose to move your body more, right? And so because of the better fuel, it helps you to achieve those fat loss goals, a lifelong fat loss goal. You guys heard it first here. Jason just achieved it. So congratulations. We are cheering you on. We're excited to know what your next goal is. And I love how you touched on the mental clarity and the energy, right? To get through, you guys hear that? 24-hour shifts. 24-hour shifts. I can't even imagine. So I love that. Thank you so much, Jason, for sharing and sharing that accomplishment with us tonight. We celebrate you. The next couple of people that we're going to go to a power couple down south from me, and they're going to share with us. We've got a doctor on the line, right? And we've got bio energy worker. I am super excited. So we're heading over or down to Atlanta, Georgia to hear from Dr. James and Michelle. How's it going, you guys?
Hey, everybody. It's going good.
You good?
Can you hear me? Yep,
Okay.
good. Yeah, we're about an hour north of Atlanta in Flowery Branch, Georgia. I have been practicing for about 24 years. I do chiropractic and mostly clinical nutrition. So we see a lot of chronic cases, things that people are having problems with getting through their health goals, chronic, all kind of disease, that kind of thing. So I guess how we got started was Michelle found Keto Dad and was watching, and then decided we're going to do the iFast.
Mhm.
That's how we got started with iFast last December. So about 7-8 months now. And just on immediately day 2, I was like, what is this stuff? And I came downstairs from the gym and my skin was thinner, and I stay pretty lean, but I do a lot of ketosis anyway. So now I don't really have to do ketosis. I can cheat, but I still stay in ketosis. When we first got started, I broke out the BHB meter and took my blood, and I was just shocked at how deep into ketosis, higher BHB levels. So we were proved pretty quick that they work. These ketones work. And I've tried different ketones from different companies. Some of them taste really bad. All of these taste good. So we ran out of our ketones after the first 5 days, and we're like, we got to get some more of these now. And then we decided to sell them in our office and start introducing our patients to these things. The patients that are having trouble losing weight, they got cortisol issues, and they're just really having a hard time with inflammation and losing body fat, that type of thing. And then other people really notice the mental clarity, like Jason was saying. I've had multiple people come up to me after their first drink, and they're like, "What is my brain doing?" I'm like, "Well, that's the first time you've ever felt real good brain function, real clarity in the brain, because you're not burning sugar, you're burning ketones." So it's interesting to see people change. with chronic, I've even experienced chronic inflammation, like heel pain from running that was just dogging me for a while. And this stuff knocked it out. Yeah, I mean, I was doing other things, but it wouldn't quite go away until I started drinking these ketones. So we've been very impressed with it. Another big thing that I've noticed is sleep. It's probably the biggest thing for me is after about the first week, I noticed there was a good sleep difference, and I didn't realize I had a sleep deprivation type issue, but excuse me, but it definitely changed sleep for me. You want to say
Sure.
a couple things?
So when I found Nick, I was looking to get one step better. Did not have the energy I needed to have. And I figured, let's try it. And after those 5 days, I was absolutely sold. My energy went through the roof. My brain was on fire. And then the longer I did it, what I noticed was the more motivation I had, the more I wanted to do, the more I wanted to go work out, getting up early, going to hot yoga, which I didn't want to do, and I wanted to do it. So it was fantastic. And then with our clients, what we're seeing is that it's easy. It's easy to drink something that tastes yummy, and it's not a pill, and they can do it no matter where they're at. So we're meeting them where they're at. They don't have to do a wild, strict diet. They can just start drinking them. They can feel better. My moms have the energy to keep on going, and it just works. So we're very happy with everything we've seen.
I love it. You guys are on fire. Thank you so much. And what do you guys, well, first share with me what your favorite flavor so far is, and then tell me what you're most excited about going forward.
My favorite flavor is, I call it blueberry. I know it's not called blueberry. What's it
Berry
called?
blue.
Berry blue. That's my favorite. And I think the most exciting thing is to see what's coming. I work with a lot of children too, and I know it's not highly promoted for children yet, but I think it has an awesome future looking forward.
I think my favorite flavor is either prickly pear or green apple. And I don't know, I have this skeptical mind, this scientific mind where I'm always looking for, all right, there you go, it failed, but it hasn't failed yet. It keeps working. You have some hiccups here and there with patients, but people are sick, so you're going to expect some hiccups, but that's the good thing that I've seen. So I expect to keep seeing that skepticism fade away. It's been really impressive. We're seeing really good results with it. So we
And
appreciate
quickly.
it. Yeah, and we appreciate the community, and definitely appreciate the results.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Did you guys hear that? It's a product that works all the time with science that backs it. 100% of the time, when you drink one of these packets, you are going to be put into a state of ketosis. And they said it tastes great. It's simple, right? They said they're just having their clients drink it. That's all they have to do is drink the product. And so super, super awesome. Thank you guys so much for sharing. The stories here are what just really fire me up and get me so excited to continue sharing this. And so you heard them allude a little bit and talk a little bit about sharing this as, in their practice, right? And being able to share this with their clients. And so we're going to kind of shift the call just a little bit here now. And in the beginning, when I told you about my story, I was introduced to the product first, and I said, no, thanks. There's no way that works, until 8 months later, after watching someone else's story unfold in front of my eyes. I then said yes, but I didn't just say yes to drinking the product. I said yes to this as an opportunity, a business opportunity. And so we're going to start talking a little bit about what that looks like. You heard them talk about the community. You heard them talk about the business side of it. And so I'm going to share with you what it was for me. I knew that this was working for somebody else, and that if it could work for them, then it could work for more people. Now, I was in a position where in my fitness business, it was the winter time. It was nearing the holidays. People were canceling their memberships with me. They weren't signing up for new personal training packages. I was a single mom, and I ended up running out of heating fuel in my house. I had no money in savings. I had no money coming in, and I didn't know how I was going to put heat in my house. So I told my son to grab an extra sweatshirt, put on his jacket. We could see our breath in the house. And I called my best friend and I just started crying. And that happened to be the person who was drinking these for 8 months. And because he had been drinking them, he said to me, there's an opportunity to make money here if you want it. And it was so simple and so easily presented to me, just like that. There's an opportunity to make money here if you want it. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. I now have been drinking and sharing ketones for 5 years. And what it's done for me and my family is just outrageous. I have not had to use government assistance for food, to put food on the table. I have money in my savings account. I was able to, my husband and I got married and I paid for the entire wedding cash, no debt. I am debt free. We've traveled all over the country with this community, and it just keeps getting better and better every single year. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about, we're going to hear a couple stories from 2 more people in the community about how this product has shifted their life, but more how the business has also shifted their life. So the first person we're going to hear from tonight is Tally. Are you on here, Tally?
I am.
Hey, what's up, girl?
There. I am coming from the mountains of New York right now, even though Kankakee, Illinois is home. But talking about the business end of it, I have the opportunity to sit at camp with a group of campers this week and not stress about the fact that I had to take a week off work to do it, because I can still work my business from home. And while I still work in the medical community and work in a hospital setting, I'm also into energy work with lymph enhancement therapy. And I've just really been blessed this week that I can sit out here and work a business and do calls and trainings and still be working on a paycheck and be away from home. And that's a first for me. I've always had an hourly wage.
I love it. So how did you get started sharing this conversation and these products with others?
Well, I was approached by our local health food gal in the area that does a lot of energy work. And she tried telling me about these and said, I really need someone to do the education piece. I need you to come in here and do this with me. But she was like, I lost 30 pounds doing this. And I have been into wellness and nutrition for the whole 23 years I've been a nurse. But I was not about the latest weight loss program. That wasn't my goal. I didn't think I had weight to lose. I really wasn't interested in that aspect. But as I worked with my lymphatic clients, I noticed things like they had dropped a few pounds. I specifically can tell when people's lymphatic system is clearer or their livers are clearer. And I noticed some of these people were different. There was something about their bodies that had changed. And I started to ask them, what are you doing? What have you done since the last time I've seen you? And they're like, we're drinking those ketones on that shelf. And when I started seeing people physically changing and aches and pains better, then I kind of went to the store owner and I'm like, okay, you got to tell me about this. And that was when then she introduced me to Nick, and it's been 10 months and I started drinking them for maybe a week or 2 and went, yeah, these are real. This is the real deal. I can get on board with this, and became a promoter and have just enjoyed sharing them with people since and seeing the response.
I love it. That's an amazing story. You guys hear this? Like, you can see the results changing people right in front of your eyes. So Tally, tell me, what has the community done for you? You said, that you get on these trainings and on these calls, but what has the community piece done for you?
Well, I've gotten to meet a lot of great people, which has been a lot of fun. And I think I love that everybody is encouraging. Everybody wants to see positive results for the next person. And I love that as you build your business, you want the people doing the business with you to succeed as much as you want yourself to succeed. And so it makes a great team environment, which makes it just a lot of fun. It makes a great community to work with. Everybody's encouraging. And so I've enjoyed having that support. I have worked with another community before and just did not ever feel like I had the training piece or the support to do it. And therefore my interest in it faded. Even though I liked the product, my interest in it faded quickly.
Awesome. And what are you most excited about going forward?
As a nurse, I have a passion to help people, and I love to see people function at their best ability. And personally have been frustrated with a broken healthcare system. And so I feel like medicine just covers up the problem. And I love seeing people actually feel better. And really the whole agenda of being a better version of yourself is just where I feel like I feel bad if I don't introduce these to people because I know it's going to help them. And so I think it's just fun to be a part of something where you feel, I mean, I get thank you notes almost on a daily basis from somebody I've introduced the product to. And it's just fun. It's fun to see people feel better and to be a better version of themselves.
That's awesome. Are you guys having fun here? Drop a 1 if you're having fun. Tally, you have fun in the mountains with all those campers, and keep up with those ketones because I know you're going to need them with that.
For sure. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for sharing. I love it. I love it. So we're going from New York all the way over to the other side of the country to hear from one of my good friends in this community who has just been a light in my life and such a blessing. And she's going to share with us a little bit more about what this business has done for her. Jennifer, are you there?
I am here. Hi, Becca. Hi, everybody. Hi, Liz. I see you. How's it going? Thank you so much for having me on. So my name is Jennifer McKenzie. I'm coming from Spokane, Washington, and I am a registered nurse. I've been a nurse since 1989, which I was only born in 1983. So I was a phenom. Just kidding. So I've been a nurse for 34 years. I love my career. I started drinking ketones about 3 years ago, I think, after doing the keto diet and having some success with it, but honestly, just getting a little tired of it. I was trying to switch from night shift to day shift and having trouble sleeping. Plus, I was a woman in her 50s. We have trouble sleeping anyway. I was up late early one morning, actually, and saw the keto dad. He popped up live. I'm like, well, whatever. He keeps showing up on my Facebook, so I'll see what he's all about. So he was talking about ketones and I think it was James said, I had tried other ketone brands and flavors and they were all kind of gross. But anyway, what caught my eye was Nick's shirt that said ketones are greater than glucose. And I was like, I know exactly what that means. And I want that shirt. And he went on to talk about the 10-day challenge and the different flavors. And I thought, well, it sounds good. I have nothing to lose. I'll give it a shot. And then he said, write or put info in the comments if you want to know about the product. And so I did. And he said, put promoter in the product or in the comments if you are interested in being a promoter. And so I wrote that and I thought, well, I have no idea why I did that. I didn't really want to be a promoter. And whatever. It was divine intervention. That's all I can say, because I drank ketones for a while and then I really did decide to become a promoter. And it's just been, it has been the best thing. Oh, Jason had me feeling a little fragile, so I'm going to try not to get too teary, but it's just been one of the best things I've done because I get to help people on a different level, on a more personal level than I can like at the bedside. I mean, I'm a bedside nurse, so I can help people, but with this, I can really help people on a deeper level in their lives. So ask me a question, Becca, because I don't want to get teary. Anything. Oh, you're not going to ask me a question.
No, you're going to share your vulnerable. Yep, you've got this.
Oh, Becca. Okay, so what was happening in my life besides that was, oh God, this is so hard, starting to be an empty nester and not knowing what was going to come next in my life. And I found a community and that I didn't even know that I needed. It wasn't what I expected. And I have made the best friends. I mean, we've done other stuff. I retired my husband from corporate life, which has been amazing. But I don't know, now I have more time to spend with him, and I don't know, just I needed something to do to feel significant, I guess, or I needed something else, and I found it, and it's been amazing. So
I love it. You guys
I
show
blame
her love. Show her love. I talked to her on the phone earlier. She said, I'm not going to share that because I might cry. I said, that's okay. We cry here. People relate to that. You guys, can you relate? Can anybody relate to what Jennifer is saying? Just needing a community, not even knowing what you need, knowing you need more, something else, right? And she found it here. And so what are you most excited about for you with this business, Jen?
I get to help people on a broader stage. And one of my main missions really is to help people get healthy and feel good, because I have realized in being a promoter and being able to reach a lot of people that people are so sick. They just really are. And they need something. And so I get to do that. Like, it's, oh, you guys, I'm a mess, but I get to do that on a really broad scale. And that's really, as a nurse, as a mom, that's really just all I want, is to help people feel good. And our system, I think it was Tally said, our medical system is such a mess, and our food, like big food, is a mess. And this isn't, like, this actually works. This brings so much simplicity and healing to all of the people that are willing to really give it a try. It makes a difference. And it's so much more than just, I don't know, a powder that you mix up. It's a community, it's extra finances, it's the ability to really help people on a big scale. I can't even tell you what that's like. It's been amazing.
You're amazing. You are so awesome. I thank you so much for sharing vulnerably your heart. Like I said, all you had to do was share your truth in your heart tonight, and you did an amazing job. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys, all of you who shared are absolutely amazing. If you're on this call and you're like, okay, well, tell me the details. I want to know more. First, I want to start drinking that stuff, right? There's a few different ways that you can get started here. And the first is to just dip your toe in the water, get started as a customer, start drinking ketones and see what they can do for you, right? Or the second way is to sign up on our Subscribe and Save. We have a program, a VIP customer program that subscribes and saves, so you can save money every single month on your ketones. But what's really, really cool is you heard them share, they told you that you can start sharing this with people. So on our Subscribe and Save VIP customer program, you get 3 coupons that are $20 off of somebody's first order. So you get to share that with 3 of your friends and family, right? And then you also earn $20 off of a future purchase. So that's a way that you can start dipping your toe into the water. Maybe you're like, I think I have my aunt, my sister, and my uncle, they could all drink this, right? You can start by dipping your toe in the water, trying the product yourself, and sharing those coupons with some friends and family. And then maybe you're listening and you're like, I know a lot of people who could really benefit from this, and I want to go all in, right? So the third way is to go all in and become a promoter, help us expand the brand by sharing the power of ketones and make a ripple effect in your community and all over the globe. Whether you're doing it for money, the community, just to help people, right? Whatever it is, you can find that here with this business opportunity. So I want you all to pull out your phone and text the person who invited you to this call, whether you are an option 1, dip your toe in and just start drinking this product and see what it can do for yourself. Option 2, you want to become a subscribe and save VIP customer to get those coupons in your hand so you can start sharing this with a few friends and family. Or number 3, that you are all in, you're ready to make a ripple effect, sharing the power of ketones. So super, super thankful for all of you jumping on here with us tonight. You guys, say thank you to the people who shared in the chat box so that we can show them some love. You guys are amazing, and I am super excited to see every single one of you share your story and your journey on a future call with all of us. Don't forget to text the person that invited you, and I hope you guys have an amazing night.